Hello and welcome. I'm Emily Key here with Oak Mountain Media, and today I have a chance to sit down with Tate Doggett. Tate, thank you for coming in today.
No problem.
So to get started, you haven't gone to Oak Mountain since the beginning. So tell me a little bit what that transition was like coming here at first.
I think the biggest thing was definitely the amount of people. Going from a class of 40 to 400 was definitely a very big change. Honestly, the teachers, I felt like the teachers, they were so, for as big as the school is, it feels so small at the same time. I feel like in my first day here, I already had friends, I already had people. I was sitting, with lunch. I just felt so connected, like right as I jumped in. Because of course I was nervous just going to a school with so many people and not in the middle of the first, semester. So I think that was definitely the biggest thing, was the community was so insane. I loved it.
So what's the biggest difference you kind of noticed between here and Westminster, where you used to go?
I think the realness of the community. I feel like everyone just really loves to come together. I don't feel like there's weird groups and like seniors don't want to talk to like freshmen. I feel like everyone is just kind of one big happy family, and I love that.
So in noticing those kind of families, have you been able to jump in and get involved anywhere here?
I've tried. I was gonna do track this year, but because of my concussions that caused me to move here, I'm not allowed to play any sports. So I think that was definitely a big change, was coming here. And I usually have, teams I can get involved with. But I think not being able to play sports really, like, I don't really have much to do, but I have been searching for places I can get into. So.
Just fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. But.
So do you want to tell me a little bit about those concussions and what kind of drew you here ultimately?
I got my first one 2016, playing soccer, and that was a super bad one. I was knocked out for a while, and it caused a lot of issues. Academically wise, that one probably hit me the most. At Westminster, it's such a vigorous like academic school, so I think I just wasn't able to keep up with that pace. Got my second one in 2017, which, playing basketball, of course, but I can't do anything without hitting my head apparently. So that one, it was like, okay, well, we're doing this all over again. Then I got my next one in July of 2019, which that one hit me a lot. That one, the third one definitely rocks you, but that's what really ultimately drew me here. Was I think I just needed to change, just because after concussions and after the same routine every single day, I think I just literally needed to start something new, so that I would just, a fresh new beginning. I feel like everyone needs new beginnings. So Oak Mountain was such a saving grace, honestly, for me, because I came here and honestly I forgot I had concussions and I forgot that I had problems. I was like, wait, Oak Mountain really saved me a lot. The community here is just insane. So
that's really good to hear. So what kept you motivated through all of that? What did you look for?
I think making new friends was a big motivation. Like some days I would just be laying in bed oh, I don't want to go. Everybody has this morning. School does not seem appealing. But I think the drive to make new friends and put myself in this community and just meet new faces and be able to say oh, I met this new person today, I think that's what really drove me, honestly. And I had most of my friends came here before I moved here, so I think also just seeing their faces in the hallway and seeing people from my church or something in the hallway was they're like, oh, what are you doing here? I don't know, you tell me, but I think that was definitely.
I remember the first day I walked through when I saw you here, and I was like, oh my gosh, Tate's back.
No, I had so many people that were like, what are you doing here?
It was so surprising.
Because it was a random day in the middle of the school year, and I just popped in. So.
It was a random Wednesday, and I was like, oh, Tate.
There she is.
So what advice do you think you'd like to give to a new student coming here?
I would say don't be afraid to talk. I think a lot of people, when they move to a new school, it's like, oh, I don't want to be that weird new kid. But honestly, I feel like that's how you put yourself in a community and get people to know who you are. I don't want to be some kid sitting in the back that oh, that new kid that no one knows my name. I think don't be afraid to step out of the box, or don't be afraid to put yourself out there, because I think putting yourself into a community is so healthy in so many ways. I think definitely if you were to transfer to Oak Mountain, I definitely would say don't be afraid to dive into either sports or Oak Mountain media or anything. I think just go for it.
Awesome. So branching out just a little bit, everyone's least favorite question.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself after high school? Do you have any big plans career-wise or just any thoughts at all on that?
I'm not the best student in the world. I can participate in class and do good, but I think school is not my strongest suit.
Mm-hmm.
I love hands-on. I love building and fixing things. I just love kind of like stepping out of the box and doing new things. My brother actually he worked on a ranch in Colorado for 4 years instead of going to college, and now he has so many more plans ahead of him. So I think I definitely want to take a gap year in between, and being a flight attendant has been a lifelong dream of mine, and I'm trying to pursue that as much as I can. But definitely take a gap year, travel. That's a big thing for me. I do want to become like either a counselor or anything in like psychology and stuff. I love that. So I mean that's a lot of answers, but I think definitely travel and experience new things, new cultures, and psychology maybe.
No, you've got like a top 5.
Yep.
But thank you for coming in today. I'm glad we got to sit down, even considering a change in setting. But
yeah. Thank you for having me.
And that was Tate Doggett. To follow us, check out @OakMTN Media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And for Oak Mountain Media, I'm Emily Key.